Jimmy is being a cheap ass. You know, I'm like, damn.
You heard it here first. Joe Rogan listens to our podcast.
Right, we're the best. You know, they say people that cuss are morons, so I'm an honest motherfucker. Put the fish away, Reggie.
It don't even hurt to give birthday.
Not for me.
Nothing to it.
Okay.
Let's do it. Come on. I'm ready. I'm ready. I want to do it.
I wear a thong. I got one on right now. You want to see?
Jimmy and Gee. Madhouse Bar Talks, baby.
That is a bunch of shit, if you ask me. That ain't make no sense.
Morning. Sunday morning. It's the 8th, December 8th, day after Pearl Harbor. How many years has it been now?
I don't know.
It's way up there, ain't it?
I don't know.
It's got to be up there. Let me look.
That shit was before me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's got to be 80-something years. What is it, 41? So, long time ago.
What year?
41.
Oh, 19.
41, yeah. Yeah, yesterday would have been the anniversary. That's crazy. Can you imagine that? Like, just like now, like the wars and stuff that go on, but like that one was like, they attacked us, sank all our ships, like, as an American right then when that happened, like, you know what I mean? Especially if you're like 25, you know you're going to war. You know what I mean? You know you're signing up.
You ain't signing up. They're taking it.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
I think war would be different now, totally.
Well, of course. Yeah, of course. Now with all the technology and the drones and the frickin', you know, they try to like not put people in the way anymore. But you know, I was thinking about that, like this whole thing where Biden gave them the okay to, you know, shoot off these missiles into Russia, and you know, Russia as the shoots that they're attacking. I mean, they're just crumbling fucking cities, dude. That's just crazy. That's just good. That's insane.
What do you think about that Biden pardoning his son?
With Biden pardoning his son, I would have done it. I said that already. I'd have done it for my kid.
Yeah, but he just straight up went on there and saying, "I'm not doing it." But
yeah, a lot of the Democrats are, I think, more pissed about it than anybody, because he was like, "We're the party of law" and stuff like that.
Right.
And like they were trying to push it like that, but. Yeah, I mean, Trump even had said, like, he says, hey, I think the father, they asked Trump if he would do it. Like, when he gets in office, he goes, hey, I think the father will do that. And he did. I mean, he wasn't wrong. You know? But that press secretary, that's got to be the worst.
Yeah.
I feel bad for her almost. Like, she comes out.
Almost.
I mean, she comes out all the time.
Yeah.
And it's like.
No, I said, he's not going to. I answered the question.
Yeah, crazy. I mean, absolutely nuts.
Yeah.
It's
made her look hypocritical, and it wasn't even really up to her, you know.
No, she's just telling what she's told. I mean, that's what she's there to do, and I mean, but you just got to feel for her a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, just a little bit, because that's too damn much. What about this fucking New York, man? This assassin in New York.
That's crazy.
You think that's professional, or do you think that's a guy pissed off about his coverage?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
It seems so like freaking. He was there. They said he was there November 24th. He checked into the hotel, like, or a hostel, which I didn't even know the United States had hostels. I thought that was a European thing. I didn't even know we had those. But they said he checked into a hostel like on the 24th. That's where the picture comes from, where he's got his face out and he's smiling or whatever. And that's like the 24th. So he was there just waiting for a chance. You know what I mean? And just freaking took him out, cleared the gun the way he did, had a jam, cleared it, got back to business.
Yeah, somebody get a jam gun, they'd probably be like, oh, fuck, take off running or something.
And wrote on the shells. When I heard that, the first time I heard that it said that on it, because what did it say? It said, defend, I forget what it was, the three things written on the shell casings. When I first heard that, I was like, that's bullshit. Like, that didn't, you know, it's just like, this internet is too much. They just make shit up. But it's the head of the sea. And honestly, not a whole lot of people are mourning this dude. I mean, you know, the problem is that You can't run a company like that where your job is to insure people, and people put out big money. I mean, big money. I personally pay like to that company, that exact company, I pay $1,200 a month.
Wait a minute.
I pay $1,200 a month to that company. A month. And they don't cover shit. I mean, literally every time we go to the doctor, we get a bill for it. And then nothing big has happened with me. But it's one thing where, you know, there's so much that's not covered. You got these huge deductibles. But then to deny them when you actually have to pay it, you know what I mean? When they're supposed to be paying it, so you're going to somebody's going to get pissed off and get you eventually, I would think. But there's more people like I have seen nobody going, oh, poor guy and his family. Nobody. They're all like, ha ha.
Yeah.
That's what you get. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, that's sad, dude. That's just evil. That's not good at all. I mean, we should at least mourn the guy a little bit, feel bad for him somewhat. Nobody does. Nobody whatsoever.
Was it the CEO?
Yeah. Of one branch, like, I guess not of like the whole company. I guess just like the United Healthcare branch. He was the CEO of. But I mean, they got that shit so high. They're making so much fucking money. The insurance companies, I mean, and it's not just healthcare. It's the same with auto. You pay big money for auto insurance. They try to deny it every time. Anything that gets done, your homeowner's insurance. Troy was in here. He was talking about, like, he's got insurance on his churches, you know, and they had a tornado come through and a tree comes down and, like, I forget how much he said it was. He's got over $12,000 maybe to get this tree and everything, the damage that it did and everything. They're refusing to pay it. Wow. And he's like, by the time I pay attorneys and stuff, I could just pay to do it. You know what I mean? Or go out there and try and do it myself and save money. But I mean, you pay all that money to an insurance company. That's what you pay them for. That's what I don't know, man. That's bad. And this guy, like, he caught the brunt of it for sure. And then did you see that what is it? Is it Anthem? I think it's Anthem. They had a policy that was real controversial where they're limiting how much anesthesia you can get.
What the hell?
Yeah, they're limiting, like, they're setting the limitations of how much anesthesia you get for a surgery. That is silly. Yeah, so there's a big controversy over it. And the dude gets shot, and they're like, oh, no limits on anesthesia. They're like, fuck that. I'm good. No, you're good. No, we ain't got. Nah, get as much as you want. I mean, you don't know. That guy could be just pissed off. He could be professional. He could be like, he could be military or something. But then, you know, they're fucking over his grandma or something, or his mom, or
I don't know. But
you know what I mean?
They show when his gun jams, he just still calmly clears it, you know, and just continues. It's like, wow.
Yeah, it's if they John Q'd him like they John Q. You remember John Q? You remember that movie?
Yeah, I think so.
Where his son, they wouldn't cover his son. His son needed, like, what was it, like a heart or something? And they wouldn't cover it. He freaking held the whole hospital hostage and freaking made him do the surgery or whatever. And he actually was going to have him cut it out of his own heart and put it in him, remember?
Yeah, I don't remember that. I don't remember all of it.
Oh, that was crazy. But yeah,
wasn't that Will Smith or something?
No, Denzel.
Oh, okay.
Denzel, an actual actor, not just a bully that slaps around little midgets. I'm not saying Chris Rock's a midget, but I am saying that I went and seen him live, and he looks like a leprechaun on stage. Just saying. I was shocked by that. I was like, why does he look like a leprechaun up there? I mean, he did have a green jacket on, so I don't know. That might have helped. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty fucked up though. That the whole world's just like, I mean, the comments and stuff. Dude, there's nobody with no mercy. Everybody's just like, oh well, that's what you get. But those shell casings, that actually was written on the shell casing, so it's definitely 100% has to do with their policy with denying insurance. 100%, that's what it has to do with. They could say whatever, you know. There's people that say that, you know, things went bad or whatever. In fact, Johnny Newsom says it sounds like a deal went bad. But I don't know, man. That doesn't, I mean, when you write that on those shell casings, it definitely,
Personal.
Because he could be professional. He could be professional.
Misleading them.
No, but he could be professional, and you fucked his family over. You fucked over the wrong guy. You know what I mean? Like, what's that?
I said this before. I think you watch a lot of movies.
I do. What's the one? Where's the one? Where's the one where I got a certain set of skills?
Yeah.
What is it? I forget what that movie is called.
Taken or something?
Yeah, Taken. Yeah, it's like that. It's like you fucked with the wrong guy. Like you fucked over his mother or grandparents or something, and he's like, okay, motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know?
Take that down.
Why am I doing it? Why ain't you doing it?
Because it's on your side.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
They're both up.
Yeah, the sun's over there, not over here.
It's your side. Look at
No,
it, right
it
in
ain't.
your eye.
It's not slid over enough.
It only goes over that far.
Okay.
That's it.
Well,
That's all it goes. This ain't a professional curtain rod or nothing.
Needs to be.
Now you're off the screen.
I don't care. Sun's right in my eyes.
Want me to move the camera towards you?
Whatever.
There we go. We'll put you in the middle again. There you go. Now you're all Google, but now you'll move the other way later. The sun comes around. So yeah, I was just wild out by just nobody gives a shit. Like literally nobody gives a shit.
I didn't look at the comments.
Oh yeah, the comments are bad. People are just like, fuck it. Oh well. Like he deserves it. Like everything about it is just like, fuck him.
Man, you ever see how like cold certain people are? Like just.
Oh, the internet, they're fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm like, damn.
The internet is just raw. They don't give a shit.
Like I know a guy he lost his eye. He was in the hospital, for a little bit.
My eye.
He comes home and his brother-in-laws are like, "Hey, Popeye," and shit like that. I'm like, "Oh my god, the guy just walked in the door." I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Well, it's like Brandon. That's some shit Brandon would do.
Oh my god, it's just crazy.
That guy fell off the roof. Remember? He's like,
Yeah.
he don't even know if the guy's alive yet, and he's singing, "It's raining, man."
Yeah, I'm
Like what the
people
hell?
are just cold.
But internet is worse, dude. The internet,
Yeah,
they don't
because
give
you're
a fuck.
anonymous. That's why.
Yeah,
nobody
they-
knows you. They'll
yeah,
just say all kinds of shit.
They talk so much shit on the internet.
It's funny though.
Oh, they're funny. I'm not saying they're
Kind
not
of puts
funny.
you in shock though. You'd be like, "What the hell?"
Yeah, when somebody gets shot like that, I mean, but that's crazy. Like that was ballsy. They show him like, because he does that, jams like you say, clears it, just goes back to business. Then he gets on an electric bike, goes in the park. They see him leave the park too. They watch him leave the park. They've got footage of him actually going into the bus station, but they never see him again after that. So either he had an escape route out of that bus station. Or, yeah, what was that about? Dooman brought up. I heard that yesterday. The backpack had Monopoly money in it.
What?
Monopoly money, I swear to God.
What, they found a backpack?
Yeah, it was in Central Park. Yeah, they found it in Central Park.
Oh, there must have been like a reason for him to have it on, like just to.
I think he had probably a change of clothes because he had like this. I think it had the jacket in there and some Monopoly money.
Wow.
So I think he changed something out. You know what I mean? A little bit.
But why the Monopoly money?
I don't know. That's so weird. That is so bizarre. Monopoly money. I can't even. I don't understand. That's bizarre.
Huh.
Monopoly money. But yeah, but they see him going to the bus station and never
Maybe
leaving.
that's a statement, like something about money, like.
Oh, maybe the amount of Monopoly money is how much money that they owe him or something.
Yeah, it's like it's probably a statement. I don't see why else we would put it on.
Yeah, there wouldn't just be Monopoly money. That doesn't add up. And the other thing that don't add up is those two pictures. Like that, like the backpack and the jacket is not the same as the one. But then I see that it's November 24th compared to like when it actually happened. So I guess he could have a different backpack and a different jacket on at that time.
That whole thing's crazy.
It is. It's just bizarre. Like just right there, dude, in the middle of that. Like that's and got away. Just zipped on an electric bike.
I still think they're gonna get him.
Was it one of those electric bikes that you get a rent?
I don't know. It would make sense.
That's what. Yeah, but how do you do it? Because don't you have to do that through an app and a?
Yeah, you go get yourself a prepaid card, right?
Yeah, I guess.
That's how it's rented.
Yeah, they said he used some kind of alias in the other one. They said.
And the other what?
When he checked into a hostel or whatever, they said he used an alias and everything else he paid cash for. He went to they said he went to Starbucks that morning.
Damn, they have all that on them?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they just can't find him after the bus station. He goes into the bus station. They've got him all the way until he gets in the bus station, and then they can't find him after that. So either he got on a bus in disguise and they didn't catch it, or he had an exit there somewhere. You know what I mean? But that's wild. I could see how you could actually get away with it. But they said that they might have DNA, too, from, like, the Starbucks that he grabbed or whatever. And because he's just got, like, a water and I don't know, something else. I forget what they said. Like a snack of some sort. Some kind of snack and water. He said that's why I said the deal went bad for him. I mean, he definitely got his point across. I mean, these insurance companies, dude, they're just overcharging. And the problem is they make it where you have to have insurance now. You know, now it's not like that, but it was originally that. And in United Healthcare, like their biggest policy holder is the government. It's all welfare insurance where they cover it. And they get covered for everything. It's the guy like me that's barely making it and has to frickin' pay $1,200 a month. I mean, you know, people don't realize that I mean, you're talking huge money every year, like $15,000 a year.
That's a house payment.
That's $15,000 a year that I'm paying to, and I don't use. I haven't used my health insurance yet. I mean, Dylan and Amanda have done some, but they haven't covered anything really. But I just don't go. It's not even worth it to me to go to an insurance. In fact, the only time I actually ever needed to go see anybody was a chiropractor. And if I used my insurance, I had to go through the deductible first, and the bill would have been double until I got to the deductible where they would do it.
So you just pay cash.
So I just paid straight up because I could pay I could go for a visit for like $75 to them, or it was like $160 for it to count towards my insurance to the deductible. And I mean, I'm not going to get to deductible by the end of the year, so I might as well just take the $75 and save myself the money.
It's so crazy.
It's disgusting, and they just are getting that money for nothing. I get nothing in return for that money ever. I never get anything. In fact, Amanda's just like, am I supposed to? Like, she's like, should I re-sign up because it's like time to sign up? She says, should I re-sign? I go, yeah, you have to have it. I mean, but she's like, I just don't see it. Like it's outrageous. There's no reason for it. It's really not, you know. And they've got it right now. In the U.S., unless you're working for somebody who has insurance, which you're driving the cost of that company's business up, if they do have insurance, you're driving the cost up on them to where they can't pay people working wages. So it's still costing you, you know, as a worker working like at the concrete company. If they didn't have to pay the rates they're paying for insurance right now, you could probably get $5 an hour, at least more an hour. But they're paying all that, and probably more than that, in insurance over what they should have to pay, I would say. Not even like, because it's not, I'm not saying like not pay for insurance. I'm saying they're paying that much more for insurance that you're not getting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it shouldn't even be that much more. It's not saying that it shouldn't be paid for. It just shouldn't be as expensive as it is when you're not getting anything for it. I mean, you're really not. Most people aren't. And it used to be they would take the money and invest it in the markets and stuff like that and they would make their money by having your money until they needed to spend it and using it in the markets. And then all of a sudden the markets crashed or whatever, whenever that was, like I think during 9/11 is when that really hit the peak. And then all of a sudden the rates just skyrocketed because they had to actually cover the cost of insuring people. Well, then the markets recovered pretty fast, and that shit never changed. So now they're just freaking making money hand over fist.
Greed.
Yeah, now they're just making money hand over fist, denying claims. They're not taking care of people. And meanwhile, the hospital systems are demanding that, you know, every you have to go to the doctor for everything. And there's no like going for a little quick checkup that's $100 anymore. You know what I mean?
Then you got all these little clinics all over the damn place now.
Yeah, because you don't have any doctor's offices no more. There's no because when we were kids, remember, you just go to like an office with one guy. It was like him and his wife or maybe his daughter or something. And that's where you went to that's where your doctor was. You know what I mean? You didn't go to a hospital or a
family
clinic.
Practices.
Yeah, they don't have that no more. Because they can't afford to do it because of insurance.
Right.
Because their insurance their like malpractice insurance is too damn high. The whole thing is the whole thing is a scam. The whole thing is ridiculous. And it's choking out America all the way through. I mean, insurance, probably in my personal life, at least 30% of my income, maybe more, goes to insurance.
Wow. And
I don't use anything for any of it. Maybe more. It might be more than that. When you actually have to like work, but what I was trying to get at, they make it hard for that in-between guy. Like you're either working for somebody, if you try to go off on your own, you can't do it. You can't afford like insurance or, you know how many guys I know that like Jim that owns that gas station down there, his wife's always had a job that had insurance. Well, you know, whether she was at Oberlin College, I think now she's in janitorial to serve. And the only reason she even works really is for insurance, because otherwise they don't have insurance. And when you go and get insurance for a company like that, they can give you like where it actually covers shit. When you go to buy your own insurance, they won't sell you insurance that'll pay for everything like you can get when you get insurance from someone else. And when you buy it, that insurance that they give you is so outrageous. And then you go, well, it just doesn't add up. Like I remember it was like the deductible was like $6,000, I think, on mine. And I'm like, well, that's just too much. I don't want a $6,000. So how much would it be to get that deductible down? And they're like, oh, well, we can get a deductible down to like $500 or $1,000, whatever it was. I go, well, how much would that be? $3,000 a month.
Jeez.
I go, well, that doesn't make any sense. Why would I do that? Like that, the math isn't mathing. Like you could literally take, say 6,000 and divide that by the month. That's only $500. So I would think you could just, up it to 500, you know what I mean, and be okay. It's the same with like if you want to add dental. You want to add dental or eye or anything like that, they set limits on it. So then that, like if you add dental, it'll be like you'll add $300 a month to your dental, but it'll only cover $1,000 a year or $1,500 a year or whatever it is. But you're paying more for the actual insurance than they'll actually cover for the year. So it makes why would you do that? You know what I mean? That's silly. I mean, no, who would? I mean, you just look at it and go, yeah, I'm not doing that. I'll just pay out of pocket when I go. You know what I mean? So you're paying big money. It's outrageous.
That medical field, they need to adjust it. The government needs to. Like, hold on. They step in all kinds of other shit. Step in on that.
Well, they did, and they fucked it all up. Well, the problem is, like, Obama, like, one of the things was, like, Obama came in and made that, like, oh, well, you can't deny coverage for anybody. So now, like, everybody has to, because before Obama came in, you would come in and get insurance, and like if you were a male under 40 years old, your insurance would be a hell of a lot cheaper than a woman under 40 years old, because women have to go to the doctor for pap smears and all that. They have the childbirth can come into play. Like, they're more expensive. Now everybody has to be the same. But the problem is everybody now is paying, well, even immediately, was paying double what a woman would pay. That doesn't make any sense. Like, how does that work out? And they just freaking, because it's forced upon, and because he really forced it, so you had to have it. So the insurance companies didn't have to agree to anything. Yeah, or you know what I mean? You had to have it, regardless. That's how he was until he was out of office. But for 8 years, you had to have insurance until Trump came in, or you got fined. You got I forget, I don't know what the fine was. I know that my mother paid it a couple times because insurance was too much, and she just says, the hell with it. I'll just, pay the fine.
Right.
You know what I mean? Which is just, you shouldn't have to make decisions like that. That's crazy. I mean, and if you're one of the greatest nations on earth and we can give billions of dollars to, overseas to go to war. And Biden just gave $1 billion to Africa to rebuild something. And it's like, I don't even understand that, because isn't North Carolina still like, people are sleeping in tents and shit? Like, why are we going and giving money to Africa and North Carolina is still fucked up? Like, the people that actually paid this taxes, well, not that they're giving tax money away, they're just borrowing more money to give away to other people. It just doesn't add up. It frustrates me. That insurance gig frustrates me probably more than anything, because insurance for one, the insurance that we pay as a whole but the insurance that the doctors pay is outrageous too. So a lot of time when you're going to the doctors, the bills are so high because they're covering their insurance cost. Because their malpractice insurance is through the fucking roof. Like, it ain't no joke. You know what I mean? So that's just money, just fucking printing money. That's all they're doing. And you know that I think they say one of the things that could save, I've always heard, now I don't know if it would actually work, is to open the borders. You know that, like United Healthcare, that guy, do you know they have to have insurance? They have to have an actual company in each state. And if they don't have a company in your state, they're not allowed to sell insurance in your state. Yeah. So, but that's what they do. They just have satellite offices all over the U.S. so that they can sell insurance in that state, which is costly for no reason. They could all have it all at one headquarters somewhere and do it across the country if they wanted to. I would think that would be.
So what are you saying? That's a law?
Yeah, that's a law. Like, you cannot, a company cannot go over borders. They can't cross the border.
Unless they got one in that.
You have to be in that state. You have to. The insurance, if you're providing insurance, you have to be in that state. You can't go to a company in Louisiana and get insurance here in Ohio. Just can't happen. But yet, we're all using United Healthcare. They just have different little satellites all over the U.S., which makes no sense. They could just open up an office somewhere and run it all through one office and be way more efficient, you know what I'm saying, than what they are right now, because that's just not efficient at all. And you get better rates, because you get better rates in different states, too. Like, one state might be like, I complain it's $1,200. You might be a lot cheaper in, say, Mississippi or Montana, or, you know what I mean?
Home insurance is crazy in Florida. Florida is nuts.
Well, you can't blame them for that. But that pisses me off, too, because then you pay all that outrageous insurance for homeowners insurance, and then every time a hurricane comes through, the government comes in and gives them FEMA money and stuff, and it just relieves the insurance company. So what did the insurance company have to pay for in that process? They're the ones who made all that money that whole time.
Yeah.
I mean, I could understand if they said, okay, no hurricane coverage. I could get that. Like I remember, like, my house on Albrecht, we had put in this carpet. It was like builder grade carpet. It was real cheap shit. And where the sub pump was, I had that closet right next to the bar down there. And I put the litter box in there, and I cut out a little mouse hole for the cat to go in and use the litter box. Well, when she would go in there, because it was this cheap ass carpet, it would like shed real bad. Like, every time you vacuum, you'd fill a whole canister up with for probably the first year we had that carpet. The first one we had before it flooded. So anyways, it goes in there, that carpet goes in there and clogs up the sump pump, because it's like the cat going in and out that door just kind of brought those little brushings, and that sub pump was right there. So it clogged it a second time, because it had clogged once already. After that second time, my insurance company refused to cover flood insurance. But then they didn't charge me for it either, though. You know what I mean? Like, if the hurricane place, if they're not going to cover you for it and FEMA's going to cover it, then they shouldn't be allowed to cover you for insurance. They shouldn't be allowed to take your money. That doesn't add up. You know what I mean?
For them, it does.
Yeah, but I mean, you can't just take and 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 take. I mean, you know, working class American gets frickin' railroaded, and everybody complains about, like, the wages. You know, like, where wages are. That's a big part of why wages are where they're at, because raises are all having to go to health insurance in the unions or anywhere else. It's all having to go to health insurance to try and keep up, because there's just, I mean, health insurance is a big cost, you know?
And that's what I said. Government steps in all kinds of shit. They need to step into that the right way, whichever way that may be.
Well, see, I'm the opposite. I think that the government should step out of it, get rid of the whole program that Obama started, and go back to how it was before Obama, but then open the borders and let free markets do what free markets do. You know what I mean? Because if somebody comes in with a better product, they're going to do better. You know what I mean? I think that that's the best way to do it. But I'm a free market guy. I'm a conservative at whole. I like free markets. I think free markets are the best way to achieve most things. You know what I mean? Anytime they start to control or anything like that, it just everybody putting their hands in the pie. That's all it is.
Yeah.
They stepped into insurance and it's fucked up. The insurance is out of control. And they have Trump convinced, and that guy heard it out of his own mouth, because he wanted to get rid of the health care, or what is it called? Affordable Health Care Act. He wanted to get rid of it. That was one of his things. But he said when he looks into it, he's afraid that he can't just throw all these people off of insurance that are getting it now. There's too many people that are getting this insurance that actually need it. But it's all bullshit, because all those same people were getting GR and stuff like that back before. They were getting, if you were poor and didn't have insurance, you were on GR and getting insurance regardless. But they don't want to talk about that. And GR for, I mean, Medicaid when I was a kid, like they covered everything. Everything got paid for. And seemed like it was a lot more affordable than the shit that's going on right now.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't hesitate to go to the doctor when I was on, because we were on welfare when I was a kid. Well, my mom was like, oh, let's go. I'm like, God damn it again.
Not me, I never went.
Yeah, because you guys probably had a deductible or something, probably.
I don't know.
Like a normal insurance, like good insurance.
We wasn't really sickly people either. We didn't get hurt. You know, just.
No, I would get a lot of like I remember getting upper respiratory infections, like at least once a year when I was a kid. But I had asthma as a kid too. So I would get these upper respiratory infections once a year, and I had asthma and stuff like that. My mom would take me, like, I never went to the doctor. We just went straight to St. Joe's over there, right in the ER. And, you know, it didn't matter because insurance was covering it. It just didn't matter. Just like, here you go. Seemed way better than it is now. I'm just saying. That's my opinion of it.
But yeah, we didn't go at all. Very rarely.
Yeah, that's not how I grew up. I don't go now. My kids haven't went a lot when I was, you know. That was never my thing. But I always had like a regular insurance that I had to pay and stuff. Well, Carpenters Union, they paid it, but I still would have to pay some things sometimes. Like, I don't even remember what exactly. I know Carpenters Union, when I was in it, was real nice because when I first started, now it's messed up again, but when I first started, you'd get bills from the doctors all the time, but we'd get a printout from our actual Carpenters Health and Welfare Fund that would tell us what we owed. And that's all we'd pay. We'd ignore every other bill that came in and pay that, and it was always good. Because it's too hard to go through that and try and figure out what you actually owe, and they'll just fucking send you bills like and just hope you pay them. You know, it's crazy. It's I don't know, fucked up. That's like I was wondering, because I keep seeing all that about I wonder how many bills I'm getting right now that I probably should be covered. Because Amanda said that when we got the thing, it was supposed to cover like well care visits and stuff like that. But yet it seems like every time we go to the doctor, we have to pay. Yeah. And we only go for well care visits for the most part. You know what I mean?
Right.
So maybe they are denying it. I'm just saying, is if insurance companies keep acting like that, don't be surprised if people are going to freaking sneak up on you and shoot your ass.
Jeez.
That's all I'm saying. That shouldn't be a shocker to you, is all I'm saying. Right?
I guess.
I mean, your whole job, somebody got your service so that you could get, and then you get just no fucks given, just like, yeah, fuck them, deny them.
Yeah.
And where do you go? Well, if they deny you, then what? You got to go try and find a whole nother insurance?
Mexico.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about just like the actual have insurance in the United States.
I don't know, man. That's crazy.
It is. It's nuts. And the only people that have really got good insurance are usually people with jobs that are just like, you know what I mean? Or some of the bigger, like if you have a big enough company, like when I had my company and I was insuring all the people and the carpenters and stuff that were working for me, we had decent insurance then because we bought it as a group or whatever. But your regular, guy that's just trying to make it on his own, small guy, there's no insurance policies that are out there that'll help that guy out. They're just hosing that guy.
Yeah. I'm fortunate. I got good insurance.
Yeah, because you have a job. You know what I'm saying? Go not get away from that job and try to get on your own. What happens? You end up back at your job because you need a health insurance.
All right.
Right?
Mm-hmm. I went on my own plenty of times, and I was like, yeah, I can't afford this shit.
Because of health insurance. That ain't right. That's not the American dream, right? That you're held hostage over health insurance? Yeah. And you don't even go to the doctor, except for, I know of you to go to the doctor, 3 times maybe in the last 7 years?
Yeah. I don't go.
Yeah, 3 times that I know of. The one time when you were worried about losing your job, I remember that. And I remember when your Achilles or whatever.
Yeah, I snapped my Achilles.
And then I thought there was one other one, maybe not even. It might only be 2.
Yeah, I don't know. When I had. Yeah, that's it, I think.
Yeah, that's nuts. And you know how much money's been paid on your behalf in those 7 years?
A lot.
Right. That's my whole point. And they're just like living La Vida Loca, buying islands, freaking bringing teenage girls over, hang out with Epstein.
Yeah.
Just pissing that money away. And meanwhile, though, honestly, the biggest problem, though, like I said, it's that wage. It's that wage that you're getting that doesn't go up. That's the biggest problem. Because you should be at probably, right now, you probably should be $10 more an hour than what you are to make a decent living wage.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like to where you could actually buy a house, have a new car. Not like nothing crazy, but on your own without a significant other splitting the bills with you, but just being up on the up and cover your own bills without somebody else splitting the bills with you, essentially. That's Summer. She's got. You want to go let in the cook real quick? I don't know why we're on air and she's like messaging me telling me that the cooks are locked out. Like, why are the cooks locked out? That doesn't make any damn sense. So Guido's gone. What do we do now? Maybe we can run a commercial. Can we do that? We can run our commercials. We've got some in here to run somewhere. I don't know where they're at. I don't think I can get to them fast enough. Maybe I can. Hold on. We could try. We'll look for. How do I get? I want to get a new page, right? New page. New window. Bring you over here. Boom, boom, boom. I wish I'd have been more prepared for that one. I do have ads to run, though. For sure. Where's my videos? Boom. And post playlist. And
Shay let us know. She let them in.
Oh, Shay let them in?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. That was waited too long. I was trying to go find an ad and run an ad for me while I was going to take a commercial break real quick. I didn't know what else to do. I was like, what the hell?
Sitting there like,
I was trying. I didn't get to it fast enough, though. Is Shay's listening to the podcast?
Yeah. While she's cleaning.
Oh, she's down there cleaning?
Yeah.
Oh, I see, said the blind man. But anyways, enough with the insurance. He got shot and most people are happy about it. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, that's horrible.
It is, but it's just a fact. It's just I didn't make that fact be a fact. That's just what the fact is, that a lot of people are happy about it.
Well, that's like when you're driving. You see cars cut you off and everything else. You don't think of the person in there. You just think of the stupid-ass car that just cut you off. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if they did something stupid and they got in a wreck, you'd be like, good for them, But then you start thinking there's a person in that car. You just think of the car.
No, when I say good for him, I'm thinking of the person. Fuck him.
But that's like the insurance, it's an insurance, it's a business and shit. And you're just thinking it's the business insurance and they're taking your money, but you ain't thinking of the guy laying there with a bullet in his head.
Well, it's just bullshit to go. I mean, it's just bullshit to look at to look at it. I saw a thing. It was somebody, and I forget where. Amanda might have showed it to me. I'm trying to remember where I seen it. But there was a woman that was complaining. She goes, we get policies that come in, and there's things things that we need to approve and they want us to decide whether that person's going to be alive in 5 years. She goes, I make $12 an hour. I should not decide the fate of somebody on whether or not they'll be alive and know their health enough to know if they'll be alive. Like, that's insanity.
You know how people say that's above their pay grade?
Yeah, and that's $12 an hour, she said. She goes, I make $12 an hour. I got to make that decision. When I'm trying
dead, live. Fuck.
At $12 an hour.
Yeah.
There goes Bob Hickle. I haven't seen him in a while. Long time no see, Bob. Captain Bob, we call him. We haven't seen him in a while. You didn't come get no perch Friday? We're doing it every week till Christmas. And Joe's out there selling food out on the, with his little pop-up seafood shop.
He did good the other day?
Not really. I don't think he did as good. I think that I asked him. I thought it was a little too early. Last time he did it the weekend right before Christmas, and he did real good. So I think it was a little too early. But he goes, I ain't got nothing else going on. I might as well come and do it every Friday until Christmas. The hell with it, So so we're gonna do seafood. Like next week, we'll still do our steaks like we do, but we'll have the perch too. So we'll do the perch and the steaks next week, which would be something. Full time at work and on duty 24/7. Woof. 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 I want to get paid to sleep. How do you do that? 24/7. You got to get paid to sleep. You got to be a fireman, right?
Or go apply for the city.
Oh. Which city? Who we calling out?
Lorraine.
Lorraine?
Yeah, you know why, huh?
Huh?
Over by my house. I showed you that. I told you about it.
Yeah, you were telling me about it. What's the problem over there now?
Well, they're off of Homewood. Well, actually, it's Riverside or something like that. But anyways, these people can't even get in their driveways. The road is so messed up. The aprons are so tore up. They're going like literally 3 feet different from the road to the driveway.
I thought you meant they were under construction.
No, they're not under construction. That's just the way the road is. I'm like, this is crazy. Like, people got to get back.
Don't they vote back there too, don't they?
Yeah.
They seem like a voting area.
I'm bringing pictures next week. You'll see.
That seems like a voting area.
It's horrible. Like, I'm like, what? Nobody's saying nothing. I'm like, this shit, you can't even get one in the driveway. People got bags of concrete poured in the damn street so they could get in their driveway the way the angles are and stuff.
It's that. Wonder why.
They ain't fixing the road.
But is the aprons heaving or is the road
Both.
sinking?
Both.
Huh.
It's out. You got to see pictures.
I have to go check it out. It's on Riverside by the park?
Yeah, it's right by that park. You know that little park back there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. I have to go check that out.
Go by the park and then turn right on any one of them streets. And the streets bold real bad. And then the aprons are like real high. And you're like, what the hell? How are these people getting in their driveways? It's
wonder
horrible.
what's sinking. Why is that sinking, I wonder?
Well, all that's wetland back there, originally.
Was it?
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like it would be because it's all on top of the cliff.
Yeah, but it is. I don't know. It stays wet back there. But anyways, that road, it ain't been fixed in years. You can tell.
I know my grandmother's house, like over there. When I was a kid, we'd get black mold up on the ceiling. And the ductwork it was a slab home.
Right,
the
underground.
ductwork was all in the slab, so you'd get moisture in the ductwork, and then it would cause like mold on the ceiling. My grandmother actually had to bring an HVAC guy, and they ran everything up in the attic so that everything dropped down instead of coming up, and then we just filled that all in with concrete because we were getting that mold in there real bad, black mold because of, But I never understood it because I'm always like, it doesn't make sense because it's at least, 20 feet up those cliffs?
Yeah,
maybe 30?
The ground's wet. It's always been wet there.
I mean, you're so high, you would think you would be able to.
No.
At least if they would have worked the drainage, right, or something. I don't know.
Maybe it's the clay ground's not letting it, absorb or something. I don't know, but it stays wet there.
Yeah, I mean, the clay would help, but you would still think it would be pitched enough that it would work.
I don't know the scientific reasons why, but these roads are so fucked up. I'm like, why ain't the city dealing with these roads? They're horrible. Horrible. Like, worst I've ever seen.
Yeah, I want to go see. I'm curious why it's doing that. That's wild.
I don't know.
That's bad. I mean, that's horrible. I thought you meant it was under construction.
No.
When you were telling me that, I thought you meant like the city was there doing construction and fucked up these people's houses.
No. They haven't been there. And you're looking like, what the hell?
They must not be voters over there.
Yeah, well, they're paying their taxes on their houses because they still own them.
Do they, or are they renting?
No,
There's so many rentals in Lorraine
Even if
now.
they're renting, they're still, somebody's paying them taxes on them houses.
Yeah, but their voter ain't in their neighborhood. He don't give a shit.
Yeah, well, they're going to. That's horrible.
Yeah, South Lorraine, man. That's probably the newest neighborhood in South Lorraine.
Is it?
I would say Homewood. I would think. I would think.
I don't know.
I would think the newest would be probably like over by my brother's house, and then like behind Home Depot. I think those are the newest neighborhoods.
Behind Home Depot.
The old Home Depot, where Home Depot was.
What are you talking about?
The side streets off of
You talking about Builder Square?
Fairless and all that. Yeah, Builder Square.
You said Home Depot. It was never Home Depot.
Yeah, it was never Home Depot. You're right. Builder Square. Those houses from there back to like Camden, and then over by my brother's, I think is the newest. But that's like real close. Those were built all kind of in the same development at the same time. You got to see
these roads. You're gonna be like, oh my god, this is crazy.
That's wild.
And like I said, people are actually literally took bags of concrete, poured them on the street to make like a ramp to go in their own driveway.
No kidding.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I have to go check it out. You know anybody lives over there?
Yeah, a few people.
Did they complain to the city?
She had just made a couple calls, and they came and brought her like some asphalt and laid it down so she could get in her driveway.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like, this is crazy.
Let's get a hold of Baez.
Yeah, there you go.
Isn't that his area? Isn't that his district?
I hope so.
Yeah, let's get a hold of Baez and say, what the fuck, dude? Help a brother out.
Yeah, and I only know two people in that area, but I'm like, look at this. Like, it's very inconvenient for all them people over there.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can't. I mean, you can't ruin your fucking car getting in your driveway. That's
Right.
ridiculous. I mean, yeah, that's not why you pay taxes.
Right.
Especially if you got a decent car, you know what I mean?
I think we should just shut this off, go down there and do it live over there.
Just do it right live from the...
Yeah, let's just drive over there real quick and put it on.
Sounds cold.
You're sick.
Maybe in the summer. Maybe in the summer. That sounds too cold for me.
It ain't actually that cold today.
It feels cold.
It's not as cold as it was the other day.
No, I'm not saying it wasn't colder the other day. It doesn't take away from the fact that it's cold today.
I think you've been in these offices a little too long.
Whatever.
Man,
when I go out in the field, I got freaking clothes on. I'm in a pair of jeans and a T-shirt right now. And I got a light jacket. I don't even got a heavy jacket over there.
Man.
Yeah. So that's what's up.
I'm going to go videotape it.
Go videotape it. That's a good idea. You should knock on the doors, too.
I ain't doing that. Not today.
You want me to give you that thing so you could hook it to your phone? Like the little clip-on microphone, and you could knock on the door and talk to people?
I ain't talking to people.
Go out there and...
Because I know when somebody knock on my door, what I say, get out of here.
No, well, if they say, hey, I want to talk to you about your driveway down here.
I'd tell them, get out of here.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, I would.
If your driveway looked like that? Like, why? You going to fix it? You'd at least say that, right?
I don't know. I just don't like people knocking on my door for no reason.
That's not no reason.
It don't matter, period. If you ain't invited, don't come knocking.
That's no friendly. How many people come over and visit?
A few. I don't have all kinds of big old parties.
That's why. Because you're rude.
I don't want none.
Someone knocks on the door, you're like, get out of here. Like my grandfather used to be like
in the
that.
kitchen, from the kitchen to the living room.
Yeah.
Who is that?
My grandfather.
Get off my grass.
Whom I'm named after. I've got his exact name, my grandfather. I'd knock on the door, And he'd go, "Your grandma's not home." Oh my God. Okay, Grandma. See you later, Grandpa.
Love you too.
Hicko said you'd get shot.
Get shot.
I think so. I think what he's saying is you get shot knocking on the doors looking like you do. I think he's telling you shave, clean up a little bit, get a haircut.
I got the Sean Connery beard going. What are you talking about?
Sean Connery, you got Santa Claus shit going on over
Hell
there.
yeah.
You do? You gonna play Santa Claus for Christmas for somebody?
No.
Alexa was asking me, and I didn't think of anybody, and now I know somebody. I'll see if she's still looking.
This is Sean Connery. You ever see him on that video? That he was doing a interview. I think it was Barbara Walters or something, and he was talking about smacking a woman. Yeah, that was crazy. He was talking about like, yeah, I think they get online or something. You just smack them once. You're like, what?
He said he was smacking a woman?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
He had said it before, and then she asked him, like, does he want to not, like, take it back kind of thing? And he's like, nah.
What the hell? Let me see if I can find that. He's smacking somebody?
Yeah.
No, I don't want to search my channel. I just want to search YouTube. Sean Connery and Barbara Walters? You don't know for sure?
I think it is.
How do I get to? There we go. Sean Connery. And it's like the stupid way of spelling Sean too, right? Sean Connery interview. Let's see what we got. Yeah, here it is right here. It was the first one that shows up. First one that shows up. Let me see if I got the link page, if I can bring it up.
Oh, my God. That shit's crazy.
Window capture.
That's like Ike Turner did one like that, too.
Yeah, there it is right there. All right, so we'll play it right now. Here we go.
Customize and save with
We gotta skip. Liberty Mutual gets some free advertising from us, these fucks.
Playing golf with men than women.
Years ago, you did an interview, which may come back to haunt you. What, you know what I'm going to say, right?
No.
Okay. You did an interview in which you said, not the worst thing to slap a woman now and then. As I remember, you said you don't do it with a clenched fist. It's better to do it with an open hand. Yeah. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I didn't love that.
I haven't changed my opinion.
You haven't?
No, not at all.
You think it's good to slap a woman?
No, I don't think it's good. I
think it's bad?
I don't think it's that bad. I think that no, not at all.
You think it's good to slap a woman?
No, I don't think it's good. I
think it's bad?
I don't think it's that bad. I think that it depends entirely on the circumstances and if it merits it. Yeah.
What would merit it?
Well, if you have tried everything else, and women are pretty good at this, they can't leave it alone. They don't want to have the last word, and you give them the last word, but they're not happy with the last word. They want to say it again, and
So then you slap the shit out of him. Right? I mean, that's what makes sense. I never seen that. That's hilarious.
Yeah. He doubled down on it.
He doubled down. He was like, yeah, I mean, not every time. Like, you just.
That was an old school guy there, boy.
That's hilarious. Like, I mean, when she deserves it, and it's like
you give her the last word,
but it's like, why does she deserve it? Well, she just won't shut up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like she's hitting you. She threw an ashtray at you. When she just won't stop.
Yeah.
She
gave her the last word.
She's got on your last damn nerve. This one, yeah, that's crazy. And he sticks in Hollywood. How's that gonna be?
He's dead now, but
I mean, how did they keep him around in Hollywood? That's what makes you want to know, right?
Yeah, if he would have said that, like, nowadays, his career would have been over.
I mean, he doesn't look the youngest there. I mean, I would think that. I don't know. That's crazy. I don't know. I didn't know that was out there. That's pretty funny. I mean, there is a line, though. I mean, these women, they come in and I'm not saying. I mean, women come in and they slap the shit out of you. They freaking scratch the shit out of you. They throw shit at you. They want, you know what I mean? Eventually, they're going to get backhanded. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that he's wrong to say that there's a line. But when the line is,
Yeah, she
I'm
won't
giving
shut
her
up.
the last word,
Right,
and I
right.
mean, when is the last word not good enough? I have to backhand her.
Ike Turner said the same shit, but his was a little crazy.
That's not a little crazy. It's not like she hit him with something, or she had a knife in her hand, or I mean,
But Ike
goddamn.
Turner's, he's talking about like if she's walking around moping and shit. So then he slap her. I'm like, what the hell? Like, wow, you're gonna slap her because she's like upset about something, They're not even arguing or nothing. Yeah, she's walking around moping. Hey, what's wrong with you? She's like, nothing. And then, no, for real, what's wrong with you? Nothing. And then smack. It's like, wow.
When do you think's the time? When's it reach it?
What?
When do you open hand and smack him?
I don't know. I guess they say you can't dance or something. I don't know.
You can't. Is that you can't dance? That's just
Chris
open hand, or is that closed
No,
hand?
that's open hand.
Okay.
Yeah.
How far do they have to? What do they have to do to like make you close hand them?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Nah.
Never had no one push you that far.
Never close hand hit a girl ever.
But you have open hand hit a girl?
Fuck yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
But you were
If a woman hurt you first, I smack them back.
really?
No, yeah. Don't smack me. Don't. Put
I
your
walk
hands on me.
away. I leave. I just leave.
Good for you. That ain't-
That's what I'll do. I did it one time when I was younger. I got hit with an ashtray though, and I felt like a piece of shit forever. Like I instantly was like I felt like a piece of shit. I'm like, yeah, not doing that.
Nah, but I probably wouldn't now. I was in my 20s. Got into it.
Yeah, I was 20. I was like 20. Yeah, I would have been 20.
Yeah, I wouldn't now. Probably. Just.
But yeah, I felt like a piece of shit for sure. 100%. I felt like a piece of shit, and something I never was happy about. No, never. But I mean, she did more than like wouldn't shut up. You've given her the last word, see? And she just keeps going on and on, see?
Yeah, that one was crazy.
That was nuts. That was absolutely nuts.
Like I said, nowadays if he'd have said that shit, even in the beginning of his career, like super popular, it would have been over with, done.
So I got a question for you. People keep asking me, when are you gonna return that snowblower? Give the $50 back.
Fuck them. Stupid asses.
You want to explain it, or do I gotta?
I ain't saying nothing about that stupid shit.
So you buy it. You get a snowblower off my uncle. He gets it from a house he bought. He picked up a house and it had some stuff in it or whatever, and you get a snowblower for him. And I don't know nothing about it. I just know you said you paid him the money for the snowblower, and I believe you did. And I know that you've worked with him like 3 times since then.
Yeah, wait. Let's go back. So we did his bar on 28th.
Was that after the snowblower or before?
After.
Was it? Okay, so that was after the snowblower.
Actually, we poured his thing at the same time. It was right around that time we did his barn slab.
Okay, so you did the barn slab.
We did plumbing at that new bar.
Yeah. So there's 3 times that you've worked on stuff since then.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, out of the blue,
Some broad texted me. She called me? Called me.
called you. Someone called you at first.
Talking shit. That I didn't pay him for the snowblower. This is what, almost 3 years ago, 2 years ago?
I don't. It's been a couple years, I think.
That I didn't pay him for the snowblower, do the right thing and give it back. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Well, anyways, then she's texting me. You need to give him a snowblower, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, listen, you have nothing to do with this anyways. I see him all the time. When he used to come here before he was up here, I used to give him coffee. He's go in the kitchen and get his coffee, remember?
And he's not shy.
And he's not a shy person, so he's
Right.
been like, hey, you owe me about $50 or whatever. Nothing. So apparently he's talking shit. It's got to be.
You think my uncle's talking shit on you?
How would this girl that I don't know...
Why is she trying to collect it at all anyway?
know.
I don't even understand why she's trying to collect it. And here's the worst part. This is the worst part. Even beyond anything else. She brought me into it. What the fuck do I have to do with it? I don't even have a snowblower.
What is it? You're cheating? What did I text you?
No, you were on the phone with me. And that's the worst part. Because when we talk, my wife is standing right there.
Right,
I don't
right.
give a shit. I'm on speaker.
Right.
So you repeat what she said, And she calls me a two-timing. She said, I'm not talking about Jimmy's cheating two-timing ass.
And I don't
it's
even
like,
know, like, what was she referring to going back to that?
I don't even know who she is. I don't know this person.
Yeah.
I have no clue who she is. I met her the other day with my wife. We went to Dale's for breakfast. And she starts going, you don't remember me, do you? And I'm like, no, I don't remember you. And then as she's like, oh, I came over to your house when you were on 30th Street. I'm like, I never, like my dad's house? And she goes, so she thought I was my dad. That's what she thought.
Damn.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she probably hasn't seen my dad since he was my age. You know what I mean?
No, she can't be that old. She's probably younger than us.
I mean, my dad's only 18 years older than me, dude.
Okay, but she's our age. You know,
My dad's been in West Virginia for probably 18 years, 20 years. I don't know, 18, 20 years. Yeah,
Well,
she
anyways,
probably
go
hasn't
ahead.
seen him since he was my age. She probably hasn't. Whenever she's seen
But
him.
I'm saying she's probably 12 at the time when she seen him.
No, she's got to be my age, right?
I don't know. But anyways,
I
go
would
ahead.
think. So, yeah, and I don't even know who she is, but she says that, and I got to look at my wife's face that looks like just defeated. Like, she just looked, she was just looked so upset. I'm like, I didn't fucking do nothing. What the fuck does this have to do with me? I haven't done a damn thing. You know what I mean? And she's throwing me into it. I don't have a snowblower. I wasn't involved in you and Dale's snowblower. Nothing. I should have nothing to do with this conversation. And yet now my wife's looking at me kind of funny. I mean, she didn't say nothing, but you seen the look on her face. It's upsetting. She shouldn't have to look like that or hear stupid shit like that when nothing's going on. It's ridiculous.
But the way it was in the text, it was like you just pulled that out of nowhere.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with the whole conversation. The whole conversation had nothing to do with it whatsoever. Nothing. In fact, the snowblower and the $50 has nothing to do with her. The $50 in the snowblower is you and Dale.
Right.
And I don't know how she's even involved at all.
So I'm just wondering, and then she apparently didn't think I know who it was.
Well, but she came in the bar.
Right.
So she comes in the bar.
Pulls a bartender to the side.
Yeah, pulls Malibu out to the back door and says, "This is Guido's warning."
Warning me.
Warning that he either returns the snowblower to $50, but she didn't say what the consequence was.
Yeah.
But that's your warning.
That's my warning.
So I go on the camera to see who it is, and I'm like, it's that girl that didn't know who I was the other day. So I showed you, and you're like, she used to live right down the street from me.
So I text her. I said her good night, and then I put her name, and then I ain't heard nothing else back. I was like, what the fuck?
But you say you paid for that, right? But if you didn't, he's done enough projects with you where he could have took it out of there or anything, right?
Absolutely. If I owed somebody owed me money and they just did a bunch of projects for me, I think I'd take it off the top and be like, here's what you owed, what you owed me. I sat right here at this bar. I was at the second chair in. He was at the third chair in. I sat right beside him and put it right there on the bar for him.
The day you got it?
No, it was a couple weeks later.
It was?
Yeah.
But you definitely gave it to him.
Yeah, I promise. Like I said, I told her, I said maybe he forgot or something, but that's between me and him. He could have brought it up to me. We'd have talked about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, and it's $50, dude. This is a lot of fucking drama over $50.
That's why I was like, this girl's so stupid. It was an old thing he pulled out of another house that he just had in his garage, and I was like, I'll take it.
And she's talking about how you're taking advantage of an old man.
Yeah.
Oh, you're taking advantage of an old man? Get the fuck out of here. Dale first of all, $50 ain't going to hurt Dale, I promise. I mean, it's not, nobody wants to lose money no matter how much it is, but, I mean, goddamn, $50?
So look, I'm like, little addicts. You just got these little addicts around them trying to get the $50 or the blower to sell or something. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Daryl said she's going to slap you.
Yeah. And I'll be like Sean Connery. Shit.
Well, according to Sean Connery, you could go slap her right now because she hasn't stopped. So
I'm like, what the hell is wrong with this girl? She on drugs.
Well, because that happened here, and I thought it was crazy. So I messaged you, and that was pretty late. I was worried you weren't even up. No. So I messaged you, call me, you know what I mean? If you were up, you would call me. And you call me, and I tell you what happened, and you're like, no, this bitch been texting me all night. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, so I was like, as soon as I got her when you showed me the picture, I knew it was. So I texted her good night, and I said her name, which I ain't gonna say it. I don't care.
How many hours does she got into this now?
Oh, she's got some hours. I could look. Well, I'm using my phone right now,
But how many hours do you think? Just a guess.
4.
4 hours. So she's already at like 12 and a quarter an hour. You know what I mean?
right.
For this $50, 12 and a
Right.
quarter an hour is all she's making so far.
I'm
She
like,
keeps going
Jesus.
at it. She's going to lose even more.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty ridiculous. I'm like, this little crackhead.
I never see nothing like it. I don't know where the fuck she gets off.
He comes here.
Speaking for Dale like that.
Well, this was before we added like a set up here. I used to go get his coffee for him. Remember when you just go get his coffee, talk to him for hours, whatever, come up here.
I'm not
see
saying
him all
Dale
the time.
hasn't bitched at you home. Dale might have said something,
He had to
but I don't think that. I mean, goddamn, where does that make her the enforcer to come
don't
and like
know.
try and get this $50?
or else.
Yeah, this is his warning or else. Or
But here's the funny.
But the crazy part is she's texting you while she did that.
Yeah. Then once I put her name out there, she was like, I ain't heard a word from her since.
Really? Well, because at first you said, "Who is this?" and you said, "You know who it is."
She goes, no. She said, "You know me." I'm like, okay, well, who is it? But here, she didn't block her number or nothing. And I'm like, I went through my thing to see if I had her on there or something. And I'm like, no, I don't know you. And I kept thinking it was one of these other 2 girls. And I was like, oh, and I'm thinking in my head who it is. And I was totally wrong. Then when I seen the picture, like, there's good cameras in this bar. As soon as you pull in this parking lot, you're on camera.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And people
for sure.
don't get that. As soon as you pull in this bar, you're on camera. I don't care what you're doing.
Yeah, Malibu told me that, and I just started laughing. That was
Yeah.
funny. It was like it's like a Seinfeld episode.
Oh,
It
man.
really is. It's like how everything just keeps going full circle. I was fucking dying, man. I was laughing my ass off. It was pretty funny.
I was just aggravated. But it was funny because it went from aggravation to fucking comical. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
I was like, get the hell out of here.
Well, that's it. That's this woman down here that goes down to the internet cafe that comes in for the gift card. She's been freaking harassing the shit out of me. she comes up to me because my uncle Danny was staying at the house, and because him and his girl split up or whatever, and he's been staying at the house. And I'm a tough love kind of guy. I mean, that's how I am. I feel like get your ass to act together. Especially Danny was just kind of partying a little bit, shouldn't have been. And he's freaking staying at the house. I feel like he needs to not party and get his shit together and get his own place to stay and be a man. And for one, he's my uncle. I mean, it's not my kid. It's not my, you know what I mean? My parents. That's my uncle. He should be taking care of himself. So, anyways, she freaking comes up to me and catches me outside one day, and she's like telling me how he's depressed. I go, look, that's not my problem. He's supposed to be depressed. He's going through that. I'm not dealing with this. It says, leave me alone. Don't bother me with this bullshit. It's first of all, I've got him in my house. I know what's going on with him. You know what I'm saying? He's in my house. He's living with me. I don't need you coming and telling me some bullshit. Just stay away from me with this bullshit. So then she goes back. So she's been just nasty to me ever since because I didn't jump into this drama conversation with her. And then so she really got on me the other day because she wanted to exchange some gift cards and there was no cash at like 8 o'clock at night. And I'm like, there's no promise to you that there will be any.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just crazy. The whole thing is just a drama. So I told Danny, say, hey, man, get a hold of this girl and tell her, leave me alone, man. This has nothing to do with me. Leave me out of this. So then he tells me that she tells him, I said, I hope he does kill himself and all this. She's like, come on, dude. I mean, me and Danny are like brothers. We shared a bedroom growing up. I mean, I don't wish harm. I just think that he needs to take care of himself. So what? That's what I feel. That's how I think. And I stand by that. But I don't ever want him to kill himself or anything of that nature. But at any rate, she freaking is telling him that shit, and then Danny starts fighting with her now. Now Danny's fighting with her, and she says she's going to have somebody jump me and all this other stuff. She's going to have somebody come. Her boys are going to come kick my ass now, she says. You know, the bar business is a trip, dude. It's just too much to deal with. It's stupid shit all the time. And they all have a crew, and they all have a
little cheerleading crew.
Yeah, they all have their boys or whatever that are going to come get you. There's have you ever had a friend of yours call you up and go, hey, man, let's go kick this dude's ass, and you jumped on after 16? You have? You're
No.
fucking weird.
I'm looking at this fucking these texts.
No, I mean, after 16, I mean, when you were a kid, maybe that went on. Not for me, but
Right.
I mean, as an adult, no, don't call me with your bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't call me with your bullshit. Like,
I'm gonna get my boys.
yeah, call me up and be like, hey, we're going to go kick this dude's ass. No, I'm not. I'm going to sit here and watch TV. Have fun with that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell?
You better call Sean Connery.
Yeah, like where they all think they're the mafia.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, you know, I don't know.
I don't know, but I got my warning.
You got your warning for running your mouth?
No, the girl said.
Oh, the girl gave you your warning. Well, she did it, you know, through Malibu. She went to the right. She went through the right, you know, means and the channels and got it to the person that it needed to get to. And now, it's up to you to, you know, make sure you jump in and do what you're supposed to do. You know what I mean?
Get right on that. As soon as I get off here, I'm going to go right on it.
I meant to call Dale. I should have called him. He said I should call him right now on air and see what but he'll get mad if I do that. Dale won't. I ain't going to do that to him. He gets mad when I talk about him anyway. Hey, the one day I called him, I was going to go down there and get breakfast. He says, he goes, oh, you want breakfast from the gay bar? I'm like, wow, I mean, you did hire some lesbians, Dale. What do you want from me?
No. More like addicts.
Well, he tired the gay girls that worked here, is what it was. That's why I said that. That's where that whole came from. But I mean, yeah, I hurt his feelings. I think that I said that, and I don't want to hurt Dale's feelings either. I'm not like this woman says I am. I don't want my family's feelings hurt. I don't want them to kill themselves. None of that good stuff.
You're driving him to kill himself.
We got to cut out because we're actually going to go back on somewhere between 10:30 and 11, and I'm gonna talk with a guy. His name is Bron Theron, like spelled the Ron. Bron.
What's he do?
He's a movie producer, writer, actor, and he's an artist. He does a lot of like graffiti stuff and gets paid for it. He's done some, like I want to say I seen that he did some album covers for some hip hop bands. He did. He's done some movies where he did something called Rap something, I forget, and then Half Dead Fred was one, which I watched that one last night. But he's got one that just released called Pancake Man, and it's like this dude that's like. The opening, like the trailer for it. Let me see if I can find it real quick. The trailer for it.
Pancake Man.
Pancake Man. Yeah, it's like a revenge killer movie type thing. You know what I mean? It's wild. I was shocked by it when I seen it. I don't know how to get back to like the regular YouTube channel. But we're supposed to be on with him today. He's in Long Beach, California. The Pancake Man trailer. Let me see if I can get it to come up that way. Let's see. Yeah, here it is right here. All right, let's see. That was a pause that for a minute so I can get it right. Link page. Okay, here we go. All right, we're going to play it. Here we go.
This morning at around 11 a.m. when a man caused violence at the cash register here at George's Cafe. Witnesses say he wanted breakfast and the cashier wouldn't give it to him.
What the fuck happened here?
This crazy guy came in and he just started stabbing people with the fork. You some crazy bastard killed your brother, killed Kevin?
Holy shit, I can't believe you shot that guy.
Want to make some money with the destroyers?
You're like, yeah, I was in there. I just shot a tick up.
I need to know where this guy is. I need to know where he works. I need to know where he'd hide.
Your man here is trying to rob Happy Mae's Cafe.
I'm not telling you shit.
More frosted tips. Do you do that to match your vagina?
As soon as we enter the door, we should have our masks on.
It's broad daylight.
So we're not going to Disneyland.
And this is about pancakes. Like the pancakes are good here, but they're not that good.
stupid, man. Oh my god.
The pancakes are good here, but they're not that good. But yeah, we're gonna interview him today. We're gonna have him on for a little bit. We're gonna do a whole nother show with him on it. I don't know. I don't think we're not gonna go live with it. We're gonna record it and then release it a little bit later. So.
All right. So next week I'm gonna go by that street and I'm gonna take some videos of it so we can have it for next week.
Okay.
You just see what I'm talking about.
Well, you're coming up, you're going to be not working, so maybe we'll start doing a few more extra episodes and some odd things, huh?
Yeah, we'll do definitely some different stuff. I think I'm going to start cooking a little bit. I wanted to today.
What are you going to cook?
Just I don't know.
Amanda keeps telling me she wants pastelillos, bro.
Well, you better go get some stuff.
She'll go get it all day long, I promise you. She wouldn't even hesitate. All right, we're going to get out of here. Anybody else that wants to see this interview that we do with Bron the Ron, Theron?
Theron, the Ron.
The Ron, Bron the Ron, Theron.
Peace.
Come see us. Peace.